Hey there, Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. I like to work with the energy of the moon because how we feel is how we experience our lives, right? So this week we're going to talk about the Moon Astrology for December 7th through the 13th, which is really a big week of leading up to a prepping for that that new moon that is happening in your opposing sign there of Sagittarius. So we just came off of that really big eclipse that happened in your sign. So how you feeling, right? That was like a big release, a big letting go, and now we have another eclipse happening, and so it's about more letting go, but now it's about planting the seed of intention for where it is you want to go from here. And that eclipse is happening really close to the galactic center, which means that this is potential to be a dramatic, life-changing event if you're ready and willing to take the journey. So let's get into the energy. While I'm getting a card for you, I want to invite you to come and join me on Monday nights at 7:30 p.m. until 9 p.m. I do Moon Day Night Live. We pull cards for every sign, and then we open it up for Q&A. And so we did that last week. We had about 40 minutes of Q&A, and it's a good way to get some information and some guidance for you heading into this eclipse about what it is that, you might want to do. Oh, man. Yeah. Okay. First off, you have the transformation card coming. So, big change. Big change. We have 3 of Cups. This is, I'm not picking up, but I could be wrong. So I'm going to say, sometimes with the 3 of Cups is about, 3 people in a relationship, but it doesn't feel like that. There's only the one mermaid. She is spinning or holding 3 pearls. She's holding 3 pearls. So it doesn't even feel so much like it's 3 people. It's 3 things of value to you, 3 important aspects, and it looks like she's balancing them, and it's finding the emotional balance in your life. So spiritual, physical, emotional, maybe financial. You pick the 3, but there's a need to find some balance in 3 arenas of your life. Big transformation happening. And then we have the 8 of Fire, which actually looks like Spirit giving you a ride and lighting the way as you go along. So I think it's a matter of picking, where are these 3 things of value, and how are you willing to let go, because she's blowing away the fire in order to bring in something new. It's a beautiful card. Okay. Wow. Nice. Okay, so I want to we have the Good Tarot. I want to read. I think there was one sign I forgot to do that for. Maybe it was Pisces. So, transformation and change. Nothing remains the same, and I need to accept that life evolves through cycles of birth and death and rebirth. And now is a time of transition as things are changing from one form to another. I need to allow this to happen for the higher good. I am called to let go of the old so I can welcome in the new. I want to read this 3 of Water before we do the 8 of Fire. Celebration, enjoyment, community, and sharing, exuberance, team spirit, common goal, friendship, joy and excitement flow among all those gathered. I embrace being a part of something larger than myself. It is time to delight in the camaraderie as I experience the greater whole that is my community or team. We buoy each other and play together as we co-create. We are friends, family, and companions, sharing our experience. It is time to remember we must accept each other as we are both shadow and light within. That's not the feeling I'm getting off of this card. That is the usual message from Three of Cups. It's just not what I'm getting. I just want to say it is time to call back in all the pieces and the parts of you. To remember what it is that you want out of life and how do you find the balance to get there and what are your dreams and your goals. And then we have the Eight of Fire. And the Eight of Fire says, gathering momentum, celebrating with swift changes, travel, and transformation. Momentum is building as the power of spirit serves to power this transformation. I am traveling to a new territory. I am eager to experience all that the lands have to offer. I have arrived at my destination, and now the adventure of discovery is energizing me. While I was reading that, I heard, this is your spirit team. That's the community. It's your spirit guide. They are gathered around you. They are here to help you through this transformation, through this journey to the next stage. That makes so much more sense. Pearls of wisdom. Ooh. You're receiving pearls of wisdom from your spirit guide team. Okay. Love it, actually. All right, so we start out the week with the moon in Virgo. Virgo is also ruled by Mercury. It's how do you manifest those ideas and thoughts and create something? Well, the Mercury is currently up in Sagittarius, which is in that 7th house of partnership, especially if you're a Gemini rising. And it is squaring off with where the moon is currently. And so there is like this, how do you manifest information and guidance and light shining on it coming to you? And then the moon is also going to be in a nice aspect, a very supportive aspect with Uranus over there in Taurus. And so it is, what is this big rebellious act that you're willing to do in order to bring into your life what it is that you want to create? What radical action are you willing to take? We have the moon going to be in a really nice aspect with Venus. She's in Scorpio. They're having a conversation about what your heart space really wants. This is where you communicate with spirit, is through the heart. And then the moon is going to, before it leaves there on Tuesday, it's going to come in contact with Pluto. It says, what do you want to transform? Jupiter, how do you want to expand that out? And Saturn says, what's your plan? Moon is also going to oppose Neptune, so that's about your dreams. Like this is a really big week to really get very clear on what it is that you want before that eclipse happens on Monday, the 14th. So let's get some guidance on that. This is really about what are you going to push through. And the resistance here, I feel oftentimes that is the resistance that's within us to make the changes. But sometimes it's overcoming actual obstacles. And so you'll have to decide where's the resistance that needs to be pushed through in order to get to where it is that you're going. And there's a need to dig a little deeper. Ooh, you have the Wolverine. This is fierceness. This is willing to stand your ground and fight for what you want. But I feel, again, see, he's standing on top of the Wolverine. Here you're riding on top of the panda. And I feel like this is spirit. I feel like this is spirit helping you to defend what it is, your dream and your goal. Your spirit team is very active around you this week. And we have grounding, the armadillo. So interesting because we have this water, and then we have this one looks very well. This one's 8 of fire, but this one also looks very fiery, and they're riding on something. And so I think part of this is remembering to pull your energy in and to anchor into the earth, and stay grounded through this week. That there's a possibility that you might be very vocal. Make sure that you're grounded, so that what's coming out of your mouth is truly what you really want to say. Because when that moon is in Libra, which is a fellow air sign, gets there at 7:01 p.m. on Tuesday, it's going to come into opposition with Mars. This looks very much like Mars energy right here. And Chiron, the wounded healer. And so, what hurts could come out in like a very explosive way. So make sure you're staying grounded and that you're ready and prepared for what you want to do, because there the moon is going to be in a very nice aspect with Mercury, but Mercury's also in a fire sign right now. It's up there in Sagittarius. So the communication could be very free flowing in a way that maybe you don't want it to be. So make sure that you say things in the way that you want. When you listen back to yourself later, you think, yeah, no, okay, that was all right that I said it that way. Okay, that was my truth, and I'm comfortable with that. So that's going to be definitely a big part of it. But what needs to be healed could be coming up a lot in your inner dialogue also. So this time when the moon is in Libra, this is a time of surrendering and releasing to your higher self. Surrendering what you cannot control, surrendering the need to control it, and releasing the baggage, the karmic baggage that you don't want to carry forward into the next cycle. Like really letting that stuff go. Reevaluate your priorities. It is time to let go of what you no longer need. It's the magpie. That's me. You have Oriole. A new creative venture is on the horizon. See it as a positive change. And you have the Finch. New opportunities and choices are opening to you now. Claim them. Very positive stuff, but you need to release and let go of what is not serving you to allow this transformation to occur. So much support from your spirit team. So much support. So allowing them to guide you through this process will be very helpful. Very helpful. Thursday night at sundown is the beginning of Hanukkah. So to my Jewish friends, happy Hanukkah to you. I am not Jewish, so whatever I'm about to say may be inaccurate, but I picked it up through, it feels like there's another card, but maybe, oh, there it is. I picked it up through like my intuition when I saw that. I almost never really pay attention to the holidays. And I don't know if this is always how they time out Hanukkah, if it's based on it being right before, if it's during the dark of the moon before the new moon in Sagittarius, if that's part of it. I literally don't know. But Hanukkah is about, they only had enough oil for one night. And I can't really... here's what I see, and I'm not sure that this is it, okay? But what I see is a bunch of people hiding out, and they only have the one lamp, and they're in the dark for 8 days. And that lamp survived. The oil kept burning that glimmer of hope in the darkness for 8 days. And to me, I don't think that would have been possible if they had not been being careful about how they used the oil, as in kept the kept the light low, right? Trimmed back the wick. But what was important was because there was light in the darkness. And I feel like that's what we all need to be looking for in ourselves, is the light in the darkness, the light in our soul, the light in that glimmer of hope, and what are we heading for. So being willing to let go of what we don't need in order to allow ourselves to move forward. Thursday night at, what is it, 8:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the moon moves into Scorpio, and Scorpio also likes to really go deep, right? And Venus has been talking to Pluto, and so they're going deep into the feelings. And so this is that opportunity to really, because the moon is now going to come into conjunction with Venus, and so while talking to Pluto, like, what is that big deep dream that you want to transform? Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. That is the sign of the big transformation, and you have the transformation card. So how do you go deep enough to get to the root of it? Is spending some quiet time. There is going to be a need. Okay, so the dark of the moon is the 3 days before the new moon, and this dark of the moon feels really intense, because we're coming up on the winter solstice here in the northern, and it's just, everything's dark. I mean, it gets so dark so early. But it's that pulling your energy in and seeking the peace, seeking the inner light. That light of guidance that comes from your higher self, right? And so resting, and so taking some time this weekend to really rest and listen to your spirit guide team, because they're here, they're around you, they're defending you, they're protecting you, and they're willing to light the way and to give you a ride, right? They got you. So what is it that you really want? What is that new creative venture on the horizon, that opportunity that's coming for you? And so allow yourself to seal that dream in, because here's what you have. You have travel and you have move for the two cards that come out with this moon in Scorpio. It's time to make a change. You have the 8 of fire, you have transformation, we've got riding in, it looks like riding to victory, this fierceness, there's this need to make, and in this armadillo is surrounded by warriors too. There is a need to make this huge change. And so it says, barnacles grow on a docked ship, and seeing the surface of the ocean is not the same as diving deep to see the coral. And so the traveling, the moving part of it is moving deeper within you to identify what it is that you really want, and then being willing to take the action, right? If they hadn't kept the wick trimmed back, if they hadn't taken some action, they wouldn't have had enough oil. You're going to have to take some action, right? But part of this is trusting your spirit team and trusting to your intuition and trusting what you're getting out of this. The moon is going to move into Sagittarius at 9:39 p.m. on Sunday. And if at all possible, there are really no big planetary anythings happening, nothing major really on Sunday. Use that time in the dark of the moon as the moon has moved into Sagittarius, but before the eclipse, to really rest up and recharge and get ready to go. Take the day off if you possibly can. And plan your week so that you aren't like trying to do chores or anything. Like, there's a need to really recuperate and get ready. So you have chakra clearing. There you go. It's a great day to find. There's lots of, in fact, I linked one in the description box for this week. A great opportunity to do a chakra clearing. It says, by clearing your chakras, you open yourself to profound wisdom. It's the lotus flower. Then you also have peer pressure. Don't let others coerce you into a decision. You know in your heart what the right choice is. You know. You're being told, the whispering, the signs, the signals, do what is best for you. What other people think you should do is their problem. It's not yours. Your higher self is speaking to you. Follow the guidance and the intuition of your heart. And you have sweet pea. Your wishes are coming true. What your heart has been longing for is getting closer every day. But you're going to have to be willing to let go of something in order to allow space for this to grow, for this to come in. So you have to be willing to move. You have to be willing to shift. You have to be willing to adjust. You have to be willing to reevaluate your priorities. It is time to let go of what you no longer need, so that these new opportunities, these new creative ventures, this new whatever can come in. And only you know what that is, but I know you know what that is, because there's no way you haven't already recognized that. So now is the time to seal in your commitment to yourself, clear your chakras, and get ready, because big change is coming. All right? I really hope you will join me tonight for Moon Day Night Live, 7:30 to 9 p.m. on Mondays, Eastern Standard Time in the U.S. Would love to see you there and hang out and chit-chat and see what's going on and be connected. I really hope you can join us. And if not, I will see you back here next Monday, and we are going to talk some more about that eclipse, because it's big stuff. And I haven't even looked ahead to all the other stuff going on that week, but coming out of that, we're getting ready to hit the solstice energy, which is powerful too. So things are speeding up, galactically speaking, with the stars. And so rest up this weekend if you can, because you're going to need it. All right, you guys take care, and we'll talk soon.